So chicken.
Oh, no glass, I'm good. Thank you.
I guys grab your 3D glass.
Off the seats, and their feet don't quite touch the floor of the tram. We do ask that those smaller children are a little closer to the middle of the tram, not sitting right next to the gates. There will be some special effects. We're going to be bouncing, we're going to be shaking. We want to make sure your children are safe. So smaller children towards the middle. We have a few special effects that are presented in 3D, and that's why we have those trays of 3D glasses at the front line. If you don't have 3D glasses, raise your hand, and we'll bring you some before we depart. Does anybody need 3D glasses? Good for you. Don't wear the 3D glasses yet. We're not going to do the whole tour in 3D, but you are going to want them for King Kong, 360 3D, and Fast and Furious Supercharged. So I promise I'll let you know when it's time to put the glasses on. We're going to be riding around on an electric tram today. Not all the trams we have getting towards the studio are electric. This is one of the newer ones. Al Roker from the Today Show will tell you what's it about.
I'm proud to announce that Universal Studios Hollywood is converting the world-famous studio tour trams to become electric vehicles. As these trams roll out, guests will be experiencing all the movie-making action propelled by the latest energy-efficient technology. Now, this is just one example of NBC Universal's and Comcast's commitment to becoming carbon neutral by 2035, helping us all take another step toward reducing our carbon footprint. So, welcome aboard for an awesome experience that's also awesome for the environment.
So we're going to have a nice quiet ride around our studio. In a moment, they're going to bring all the gates down that are open on the left side of the tram. So if you are sitting on the far left seat, just make sure that you keep those gates clear as we bring it down the lockdown. Please watch your hands, watch your feet. Once all the gates are down and locked, they give us a clearance. We're just about ready to go. Most of the filming that's being done on the lot today is inside of our sound stages that we'll be passing by. So I'll talk about the productions as we're passing by the stages. However, there is a production that's being done outside using our exterior section, using a part of the backlot called New York Street, which is our city street area. They're shooting Bel Air. For Peacock, they're working on their 3rd season right now. We're probably not going to be driving close enough right next to the filming so you can see it, but close enough where they would hear my voice over the speakers, they would hear the videos playing over the monitors. So there's going to be at least one time during the tour, which might last maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to put this graphic up on the monitors, and I'll need to turn off the sound for a little bit. So I'll let you know before we get to that area where they're filming, so you'll know why I'm not talking in that section. But as we pass by those sets, I can still play videos on the monitors with the sound turned off that kind of corresponds to the sets that we're going to be driving by. We just celebrated an anniversary in the park. Although Universal Pictures began back in 1912 in New York, the company didn't move to California until a couple years later in 1915. March 15, 1915, so about 2 weeks ago, we celebrated our 109th anniversary. I was here on opening day. And there are people that don't believe me because it was a long time ago, but they took pictures of Carl Wemley, who founded Universal, opening the park. This is Carl Wemley. He's the guy right there waving his hat. And that's me standing behind him in the back. Wait, the picture went away. We lost the picture, hold on. Where's it? Let me get him up here again. There he is. Okay, that's me. That's me standing behind him. So they were taking a picture of me, and Carl Emery jumped in front of me, and he said, "I want to be in the picture," and they took the picture. So they ruined my shot. The reason I told you that, when we're riding around the studio and we're passing by the sets, I know my stuff. I've been there for a while. So even though the studio opened back in 1915, we didn't have people in the park taking tours of the studio until 1964. So this summer we're celebrating 60 years of the studio tour. So we're glad you guys came here today to help us continue that tradition. Is there anybody on the tram who's never been here before? First trip here? This is exciting, yes? We're going to show you where we make movies and television shows. Jenny at the front of the tram has just given us 2 thumbs up. That means we're clear. Are you guys ready? Yeah, there was a slight delay in your answer, but good enough. Off we go. Let me introduce myself. I am... I'm going to be your guide. So hello, everybody. Good morning. Hello. Hi. Next to me is Sean, who's very important to our tour, but I can't show you Sean on the monitors because the cameras won't move. He's going to drive. Say hi to Sean. He waves at you. And I got somebody who's going to give our tour a quick introduction. He hosts both The Tonight Show and That's My Jam on ABC, Jimmy Fallon.
You got the very best guy.
This ain't Paul.
And the greatest driver.
This ain't Sean.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Where'd that Paul?
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
There are some safety rules for our trip on the tram. And at any time during the tour, you need immediate assistance. If you have a medical emergency, if you accidentally drop something important off the tram, if you're experiencing sound issues or video issues in one of the cars that you're in, you reach up and pull down on the red emergency cord that runs down the center of the tram seat. When you pull down on the cord, as soon as it's safe to do it, Sean will stop. I'll come back, I'll see what you need help with. Otherwise, throughout the entire tour, please remain seated and keep your arms and legs inside the tram. Since the studio is private property, if you drop an item off the tram, if you can't wait for the end of the tour to use the restroom, please don't jump off the tram or restroom. Have your cameras ready, have your phones ready, get pictures. There's an overview of Super Nintendo World off to the right side of the tram. If you haven't had a chance to go through the land yet, it looks like that. But keep in mind, there's going to be sudden tram movement. So if you're taking pictures, hold on to your belongings so you don't drop them. There's going to be loud noises, fire effects, water effects. Keep an eye on your items so don't get wet. No smoking on the tour. And finally, we ask, because you're sitting very close to a lot of people, please don't use selfie sticks on the tour. We're going to ride around for about 45 minutes. Not everything on the tour is going to be a moving set. Not everything we pass is fake. That's a real fire station. These are real firefighters. These are real heroes that work here at a Station 51. So what's going on the lot today besides Bel Air? We've got a new show with Pit Dancing filmed today. It's called Classic Spy. And we're shooting inside the top stage. That's a show that's going to be streaming on Netflix. We've got a new comedy filming called St. Dennis Medical. It's David Allen Greer. They're filming inside the top stages. Lopez versus Lopez, with George Lopez and his daughter Ryan. Sometimes we've got The Voice here, American Ninja Warrior. We just wrapped up the first season of Tag with the Talking Bear. We wrapped up season 2 of Rocket League. So these are some of the productions. Inside the sound stage. This first stage that we're passing by, stage 12, that is both the oldest and the largest sound stage that we have in the studio. That one was built in 1928. It's where we film scenes for Frankenstein. 1931, the inside of the laboratory where Frankenstein creates the monster is inside that stage. Here's a quick shot from the movie. Dracula's castle was in that same stage. Tony Montana's mansion from Scarface, Montana set to Back to the Future, the Visitor Center from Dracula and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. All of those sets at one point have been built inside that stage. So some of the stages that we're passing by right now, 11, 10, 9. The ones that these trailers are in front of. Right now, inside these stages, they're shooting some promotional videos for The Fall Guy, which is a new action comedy that we're going to be releasing next month. It's with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, so they're doing some interviews, some promotional stuff right now. These last two stages, 8 and 7, we use for Bel Air. And this stage around the corner, stage 14, this is another one of our big stages on the lot. Stage 14 is also used for Bel Air. All of these trailers, like we've got the wardrobe set up. These trailers are for wardrobe, the producers, the director, the stars, the Bel Air. So we might see some of the people walking around in this area because they hang out at their trailers if they're not out on the backlot filming. And they use the golf carts to shuttle them back and forth. So always watch the golf carts that are driving down the town. And people like Jabari Banks, who stars a Grill on the show, always really on with Carlton. We see them out there quite a bit. Bel Air is a show that's streamed by Peacock, which is a streaming service that has a lot of Universal content. Television shows, movies. Oppenheimer. Universal Films just won the Academy Award for Best Picture. That was pretty exciting. These next few stages we're going to pass by on the right side, 16, 17, 18, and 19. We use for the new show A Classic Spy, which is the series created by Michael Schur, who also created The Good Place, which starred Kristen Bell and Ted Danson, who's now working in these stages on A Classic Spy. The Good Place filmed inside these same stages, so Ted Danson is back inside these stages. Mr. Mayor, which filmed on a lot with Ted Danson, that used these stages as well. There are statues in front of stage 18 of two of our minions, Bob and Stuart. And there are a lot of family films that Universal produces with another company, Illumination Entertainment. Bob and Stuart are going to be in the new movie this summer, Despicable Me 4, so that's going to be released in July. I want to make sure they're not filming inside stage 19. Okay. I gotta check. If there's a red light on, I have to turn off all the sound. Ted Danson is working on the right side of the tram. There's another Ted on the left side of the tram. He's a talking bear. He's got his own TV show now, created by Seth MacFarlane, who directed the two movies Ted and Ted 2. Seth is the voice of the talking bear, and he wants to tell you about his new show.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my Peacock original event series, TED. It's a prequel series set in 1993. That means our skilled craftspeople had to build a high school, a house, and even recreate downtown Boston as it looked back in the day using exterior sets and facades that you're about to see on the tour. But I should warn you, TED is intended for mature audiences only. So grown-ups, tell the kids to go in the other room before you watch.
So in a moment, we're going to be passing by some of the sets off to the left side of the tram that have been used as Boston for TED. It's called New York Street. We can dress it up to be different cities, different states, different time periods. We use our backlot sets for Quantum Leap. We use it for Bel Air. We use it for Classic Spy. American Ninja Warrior frequently films out in their backlot. They'll build the obstacle course out here on the lot. And we're about to drive by these sets, so you're going to be able to get some pictures of them off to the left side of the tank as we're heading down the hill to another part of the backlot. The last sound stage on the left side of the train behind the last office, stage 26, this is where we're working on the new TV series, St. Denis Medical. As we're driving by the stages, like either right next to or right above every stage entrance door, there's a red light. So as we're driving by all the stages, I'm kind of looking back and forth. I wanted to make sure the red light wasn't on when we were passing by the Classic Spy stages. If the red light is on, although the stages are pretty soundproof, they can still hear my voice over the speakers. They just want to make sure that they don't hear me. So as we drive by the stages, I look like I'm nervous, but I'm not. I'm just kind of swimming back and forth. So for the first 5 minutes of our trip, Sean has been driving past several of our sound stages. We've been driving by some of our production offices. That area was called the front lot. We're about to cross the border into the back lot. And the back lot is where we have all the sets that are too big to go inside the sound stages. We've got city streets. We're going to be driving past an old western town. we still have the European village on our backlot from all those classic black and white horror movies like Frankenstein and Dracula. So you're going to be able to get some really good pictures of where we do our productions. We're going to hold here for just a moment. We want to take you up the hill to a section of the backlot, but they want us to wait a moment. So while we hang out here, I'm going to bring back Jimmy Fallon, who kind of co-hosts the tram. He's going to tell you a little bit about our New York City street sets.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday night. My old neighbor. Folks got mugged over there by an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Lot. You can make it anywhere, even if you make it here on the Universal Lot.
When American Ninja Warrior films on the backlot and they use the New York City street sets to build the obstacle course, normally when we're driving by, we like when people take pictures of the backlot and they post the pictures on social media and say, hey, this is what we saw at Universal. When they do American Ninja Warrior, they put a big tarp up in front of the set. The producers don't want people on the tram taking pictures of the obstacle course because contestants aren't supposed to know what the obstacle course looks like until they get to it. So the producers think if people are taking pictures and they post those pictures online, there's going to be contestants who are going to see them and they know what to practice and they have an unfair advantage. So this area is kind of blocked off and shrouded in secrecy while they film. This is the part of the backlot where they're working on Bel Air right now, the third season of the show. Okay, so that's why when we pass by this area again in a few moments, this is where our quiet zone is going to start. But right now, instead of focusing on the left side of the tram, we focus on the right side of the tram. There's this big building. There's an Academy Award-winning director who's going to tell you about this building. Here's the director of King Kong, Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I wanted to get on the film. I like films that Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters, creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Star Wars. Now, we have to get this 3D immersive experience, so we're going to have to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to the sky.
Okay, everybody, hold on to your belongings. Please remain seated at all times and put on those 3D glasses. We're driving right through Skull Island. watching, take off your 3D glasses. You're going to need those 3D glasses again for another one of our special effects. So don't lose them. Don't drop them off the train. This is where our quiet zone begins. Due to the filming of Bel Air, they will hear my voice over the speakers. As we pass by the New York City street set, I'm going to be up to microphone more, but there's cameras that sound good all the time. Of course, the circus set will be The sets we're about to drive through, this is an area called Little Europe. We had used these sets for our comedy series, The Good Place, with Ted Danson and Kristen Bell.
Eleanor Shellstrom are dead. This location, the afterlife, I've never ever seen this.
There's someone in The Good Place.
Supposed to be. I thought we're going to the bad Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
That was the first episode of the show. There's a set on the left side of the train with the two blue doors. That's where they filmed that scene. We had used that set as yogurt. The railway station is used on the left quite a bit on the show. Frankenstein and the Wolf Man and the Invisible Man and Dracula, all those classic black and white horror movies that we released in the 1930s and 40s also come out as part of Backlot. First horror movie that we released, 1923, the silent version of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, the long scene, that courtyard that we're passing by. All those movies there's the angry villagers, there's the mob, and they've got the torches, and they're marching through the village, they're hunting down the monsters played by Boris Karloff and Lon Chaney and Claude Rains. That filmed out in Little Europe as well. And then right next to these old sets, we have a modern house on the other side of the tram. Kind of looks a little out of place. Nobody lives in this house. This is a set that was originally built for a talk show. It was created for Home and Family, which was a show that aired on the Hallmark Channel. Now we use the same house for Bel Air. It's not the main character's home. It's not where Will lives. It's not where Uncle Phil lives. It's used for the influencer's house on the show. Now at this point, we are a little bit past the halfway mark of the tour. We've got maybe 15, 20 minutes left. Again, I do want to remind everybody just to remain seated throughout the tram ride. If you do drop an item off the tram, like a lot of times people are taking pictures and they drop their phone. If you can't wait to the end of the tour to use the restroom, it's okay. Pull that red cord above you. Sean can stop. I'll come back. I'll see what you need help with. We do want to make sure that you stay safe on the tram at all times. We had passed by the Western sets as I was off the microphone, as I wasn't able to talk. They are some of the first sets that were ever built on the lot. They were originally constructed back in 1915 when we were still making silent movies. We had done movies there with John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Kirk Douglas, Clint Eastwood. Those first sets built on the lot are still used for productions. Even though it's not a Western, we've got a comedy series called Killing It, which airs on Peacock. It's with Craig Robinson. And they shot some scenes for season 2 out in that area. There was a movie that filmed on our backlot a couple months ago. It hasn't been released yet. If you like horror movies or suspense movies, you might be aware of this film. It's called Maxine, and it's part 3 of a trilogy. Maxine follows the movies X and Pearl. These 3 movies were written and directed by Ty West for A24 Productions. So Universal isn't the only company that does movies on our backlot. Any movie studio can rent our sound stages or our backlot sets, and every major motion picture studio has done movies here. Sony used our backlot sets for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There's an actor in the film doing a Western TV show, so they shot Western sequences here. The billboard on the left side of the tram welcomes us to Amity Island, but the Amity Police Department wanted us to close the beach area because we had some shark attacks. And you can see that we've got a shark hanging on display in front of the hotel. Even though we captured the shark, they don't want us to reopen the beach yet because there is another shark still lurking in the area. It's a bigger shark than that, and we haven't captured it yet. There should be a scuba diver in the area somewhere looking for the second shark. He's probably hanging out near the boat. Oh, there he is. Hey, mister! Have you found the second shark? Are you alright? The shark ate him. Yay! This is an old dock that we're driving across, and it's a little unsturdy, so everybody please remain seated while we stop behind these barrels filled with gasoline. The shark took part of the dock? I don't see a shark. Oh, now I do. When they were making Jaws, the crew, everybody that was working on the film, called the shark Bruce. And the reason they did that, they named the shark after Steven Spielberg's lawyer at the time. You guys see Finding Nemo? What's the shark's name in Finding Nemo? Bruce. The writers of Pixar's Finding Nemo named the shark after the shark from Jaws. That's not the shark that Steven Spielberg used in the movie, though. Our shark works better than the Steven Spielberg shark. They built 3 for the movie, and none of them would work. they kept breaking, they kept malfunctioning. Steven Spielberg's going to tell you about some of the trouble he had.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all. Wherever we were on the radio, they were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited.
The shark worked well enough for a while there and didn't perform. So I really owe the shark a lot.
You see how brave Steven Spielberg was? Going out in public with those folks? Don't tell him I said that. The house over here on the right side of the tram we had recently used for some scenes on the roof. We just wrapped up season 2 with Raymond Lee, Pete Bassett, and Amy Hudson. This is a house that was originally built in the Wysteria Lane house in Texas. 1982 musical with Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton. It was the Chicken Ranch. These are some other productions that came in, including the original Quantity, the Scott Bakula. And there's a whole suburban neighborhood on the left side of the tram that we can use for filming. That neighborhood had been used for Desperate Housewives. There's Wysteria Lane. They had been using this part of the backlot for some of the promotional video for the Fall Guy, which again comes out next month. There are some statues on the left side of the tram. If you're a fan of Back to the Future, I'm sure you recognize them. The Lion Escape statues were placed on the corners of the street to let the McFly home, where Marty McFly and his family lived. Those signs are replicas of the original clocks that were made for the 30th anniversary of the film. Now, probably 10 minutes left of the tour. There's still a few more things I'm going to show you, but again, I do want to remind everybody to please remain seated throughout the tour. If there's any emergency that you have before we drop you back off into the theme park, pull that red cord above you, remain seated. We'll come back and see what you need help with. We do want you to stay safe as we're riding around. So I mentioned at the very beginning of the tour that we're about to celebrate our 60th anniversary of the tour. They're getting that area off to the left side of the tram ready for the 60th anniversary. So there's going to be some themed elements over there, some attractions, some things that kind of span our 60 years of getting the tour of the backlot. So that's going to be opening a little later this spring. It's going to be running through summer. So hopefully you can come back and join us again for that. Steven Spielberg for War of the Worlds, a Paramount film in this area. One of the sets of a crashed airplane is still on our backlot over here on the left side of the tram. And that's a real plane. When they're making War of the Worlds, they got a full 747 and did that to it. They ripped an airplane apart for the film. And on the right side of the tram, we've got the little town of Jupiter's Plain from the movie Nope. Jordan Peele, who wrote and directed the film, is going to tell you about this set.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible mission and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Plain, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky G. Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie cliché. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. Behind us, welcome to the world of no.
just for a second. I'm going to be right back. Please remain seated. I'm going to make a quick announcement. Just remain seated while I make this. Security, we're leaving the last set on the back lot. Are we clear to come in?
Look, this might be more serious than I thought. What just happened?
You're cutting out on my side.
Come on. Who are you?
Oh.
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are?
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high-value witness from the Metal Protection Program. Two, international concept by Charles.
There's no need to put on your 3D glasses. Right now we're just going to hide until it's safe to go back outside. There's a party in the building.
Everybody out! The FBI! Turn that music off!
Why are you breaking up the party? You just got here. Everybody's leaving. Wait a minute. What are we supposed to be doing?
This is what we doing. This is the race day after party. And where the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Damn.
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours.
Hobbs, escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in another spot.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back. It was on vibrate. Short traceless. Ops can't hold forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door. Roman, from your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Okay, looks like we're gonna go catch up with that. Now might be a good time to put your 3D glasses on. Get ready. Come on. Oh, it's not. Get pretty close to finding us in here.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now!
messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. My hell is that. Appreciate it. They say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys did good out there. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
Now we're gonna go back to the unloading area, back into the theme park, where you can continue your movie making experience. Go on rides that are based on hit movies and shows. Like we've got the Simpsons ride, and the Transformers ride, Jurassic World, The Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. We have the Wizarding World Harry Potter. We got Waterworld, a live sewer spectacular, which is our live stunt show. We recommend while you're here today, download the Universal Studios Hollywood app. Because by using the app, we can stay up to the minute on all of the park information. It's going to have the wait times for the rides, you'll have the show times for Waterworld. You can use the app to get details about visiting and shooting Kingdom World. If you want to purchase any of the NBC Universal movies or shows we talked about on the tour, you can visit uphe.com, which is for Universal Pictures Home Entertainment, or you can holders, and coming back and joining us again in the park today. If you're not going to stop by the Universal box office, find out how you can upgrade today's ticket details. And obviously, you can come back and join us. Take a look around. Make sure that you have all of your belongings with you. You don't want to be sitting important. So gather up all of your stuff. When we pull into the unloading area, we're going to be raising gates on the left side. And if you recycle the 3D glasses, right next to the car, please drop the glasses right in front of us. Our driver, Sean, did a great job getting us all around our movie studio. As you can imagine, it's not very easy driving one of these big trams around. So give a round of applause for Sean. Did you see the good work when they drive the fast through? On behalf of Sean and myself, Paul, and all the students we hope you've enjoyed our exclusive behind-the-scenes experience. We're going to be staying open tonight until 10 o'clock, so you still have plenty of time to go on the rides and see Waterworld. As we pull into the unloading area, since Universal began back in 1912, we made over 8,000 productions. Before we stop to let you off the train, we're going to make you watch a list of every single one of them in alphabetical order. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to play another video. I've got a video of famous actors and actresses talking about taking the Universal Studio tour over the years. Two of the people in this video are currently starring in the new Ghostbusters film, First Empire. Paul Rudd and Dan Aykroyd are here.
I've been on that tour so many times since I was a kid. I just love it.
The first time I wore the Universal Watch, we did the tour.
I grew up in Los Angeles, and that was like the place to go and see Jaws. I had connection to Universal Studios through the tours, then to be in the movies and seeing the trams drive by. It's very overwhelming.
One of the coolest things actually about shooting for Universal is something you shoot on the lot in your buildings, like your Jaws, and the FLASHFLOOD, all the trams are riding around. It's the coolest thing ever.
1979. Back then, the tram drivers were kind of a little reckless and crazy. There was no restriction on cars going into the east to drive all over and kind of doing what they riding before.
I have so many amazing memories, like the lot when we were shooting back with Jimmy.
When the tram would come through, the tourists would see Michael J. Fox, and they're taking the camera snap. So one day, Michael J. Fox had his own camera, and every time the tourists came through snapping their pictures, he ran out and he started taking pictures of them.
Hopefully you're able to get some good pictures as we're taking around on the tour today. We're going to get the gate straight on the left. Please exit to the left. Exit behind this empty tram. Thanks for taking the tour, everybody. Have a good time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. I had so much fun. I'm going to go do it again. A couple times. You're welcome. Thank you.